Good morning and welcome to Cawfeetawk. It's Wednesday, so that's cool. So a lot of people ask me for marriage advice. I think by now, if you've been watching Cawfeetawk, you know I am not a therapist by any sense of the word. In fact, I probably need like 4 of them. But I am a woman who has allowed herself to live life, meaning that I've done a lot in my 38 years and I have made a ton of mistakes. So I feel like I am an expert at living, if you can be one, because I get up every day and I live. I take chances, I take risks, I get in the middle of things, I love hard, I play hard, I fight hard, I make up, I break up, I walk away, I come back, I do it all. So for me, this is what I have to offer, my life experience. Nothing more, nothing less. And it seems to work. People at least appreciate hearing, like, look, here's what I tried. Here's why it worked or didn't work. I don't have, all right, I do actually have marriage advice. 90% of a happy marriage is who you marry. Legitimately. It is, if you see red flags before you get married and you marry anyway, hoping that marriage or children will calm your insecurities or change who that person is, you are setting yourself up to fail. Setting yourself up to fail. No question. There are always exceptions to the rule, but let's talk rule, right? I wanted my relationship with Michael to be different because I thought if I am going to commit my life to this person, I need something to differentiate this relationship from the 90 horrible relationships I've had. One of the first things Michael and I agreed when we were dating was we would never curse or yell at each other. Off the table, not an option. It is just not an option. You're that angry, walk away. Come back when you can treat me with respect. And that goes for both of us because in both of our last relationships, the fighting was tumultuous. And who wants to live like that? And this decision was made before we had children. Okay? My last relationship, slinging F-bombs at each other got so easy. There was no sting left to it. I could call him an F and F and F-y, F-er, mother F-er, F and F-er, and it didn't even mean anything anymore because the F-bombs went around so easily. Also, yelling. You know, in Michael's last relationship, he was yelled at. He doesn't want to be yelled at. Does he look like the kind of guy that wants to be yelled at? So we agreed we would fight respectfully. No yelling and no cursing. And I am proud to say that 10 years in, we do not yell and we do not curse. I have never, ever, ever cursed at him. I think I'm like subconsciously a little afraid to because it's like breaking a seal. Once you do it once, it becomes easier, right? This is what works for us. The other thing is each person comes into a relationship with their families. We agreed that each individual would handle their families. It is not Michael's responsibility to deal with my mother's crazy. It is not my responsibility to deal with Michael's dysfunctional brother or whatever. You know, like, that's your crazy circus. This is my crazy circus. And we will deal with them, like, individually. Because if Michael gets involved with something that's happening with my mother or my sister, we will always work it out. me and my sister, me and my mom, we'll always work it out. If he gets involved, animosity grows. And you know how moms are. Like, once mom decides she doesn't like him, he could move hell and high water, climb mountains, sing the national anthem, like build homes for the homeless, and mom's still going to be like, but I remember what he did March 16th, 1987, and I was, and then you're screwed, right? So we agreed before we got married that his family, he would deal with his family and I would deal with mine. It's not to say that I haven't come into a room and been like, you need to call your mother and tell her whatever, but he needs to make the call. That's your family, you deal with them. So that's a big thing for us. And it's really helped. It's really helped. Like, I didn't marry a mama's boy. Michael puts me and this family above all else. And so he's never disrespectful to his family, but he deals with them when they need to be dealt with, and I deal with my family. The other thing is that we stick it out. I mean, there's no like romantic way to explain it. We just stick it out. When I post every week that we made it another week, I am not trying to be cute. Like, legitimately, we take this marriage week by week. This is not a fairy tale. This is not a Taylor Swift song. This is not a Hallmark movie. Like, this is our real life, our real struggle. Our marriage is an incredible amount of work. I have been very honest with him and you about his inability to connect emotionally, and I have had to balance that. And he has had to make allowances for things in his life in marrying me that he may not have made had he married someone else. We put the work in, and he was honest in that video. For those of you who saw it, when I said, are you in love with me? He said, not every day, but most days. And I take that as a win. Not every day, but most days, I'll take it. I love that. I think so much emphasis is put on love and romance going into marriages. I've talked about it before. These younger kids, like, planning these dream weddings. That is like, what? A dream wedding? But what are you getting a real marriage, or are you getting a dream marriage? Because this isn't Barbie. There's no like dream house. Like, there's houses with mortgages that have to be paid, and air conditioning units that go out, and mattresses that have to be flipped and replaced. I mean, like, I don't know, like, love. I feel like I sound a little jaded, but I'm not. It's just, I guess once you've been in it for almost a decade, you look back and go, yes, love and courtship and sex is very important when you're getting together and choosing a partner. Are you compatible in love? Are you compatible in bed? Are you compatible in fighting, in friendship, in morals? But, marriage is 95% blood, sweat, and tears, and 5% making whoopee. And not the Goldberg kind. I mean, I don't know. That is how it works for us. We fight respectfully. We do not yell and we do not curse. This is just what works for us. We each handle our own individual families all the time. This way, his mom doesn't resent me because I don't get in the middle of it. He deals with it, and vice versa. And we stick it out. We play it week by week. Did we make it this week? Yes, great. Let's try again next week. We get up every day and make the choice to be married. There is no magic solution. There's no marriage band-aid. Some days it sucks. and then you hope that you have a balance of days that is awesome. I would love to hear what you guys do to make your relationships with your significant others work, or what you would do in another relationship if your first one has ended. And if you think my advice is baloney, I don't know. I'm open. I love you all so much today. It's hump day, hump day, hump day. Have a great day. I love you.